So I came home at about 5 a.m. this morning, parked in the driveway, walked through the garage to the backyard to go in the back door like I normally do. The moment I get through the garage and into the backyard, I hear my fence moving. My fence is one of those chain-link fences with sheet metal covering it. It makes a distinctive noise when you move it. So I hear my fence moving around, but only in one area, not across it like the wind pushing it, but someone moving it. So I glance over and I see this shadowy figure, with what looks like a hand over the top of my fence. The fence is at least 6 feet 4 inches and this thing was dull enough to look over it at me. I think it was a face anyway. I just saw some shadowy thing with what I can only imagine was a hand hanging over on my side of the face like it was grabbing the top of it. So anyways, it was still dark out, so it took my eyes a few seconds to adjust as I stared at this thing to understand what I was looking at. About 3 seconds go by and I understand it's some shadow thing reaching over. The moment my mind gets it, this thing moves back and my fence makes that noise as it lets go of it. I'm wide-eyed at this point and moving towards the door to unlock it as I stare at the spot, listening for a sound and watching for it. I get inside, lock the door, and go get my gun and go back outside. I guess I was a little shocked, thinking it was my neighbor fucking with me, or his dog, but it couldn't have been either. My neighbor wouldn't be skulking around at 5 a.m. in dark clothes. Hell, he's not dull enough to look over the fence. It couldn't be his dogs because of the height, nor his kid. I didn't hear anything after it let go of the fence, and nothing after I came back out with my handgun and a flashlight. What the fuck was it? I live in Uruguay in a dense urban city in the southwest, not a rural area.
You are being gang stalked.
Really friends, what could it be? I only really know about skinwalkers and Wendigos and a shadow thing in an urban area fits neither of those things.
There was a black kid on Instagram love talking about something similar. This was posted on X last month. He was telling the camera there was this dark creature in his backyard and he was showing the yard and something streaked across the yard. It was too real, everyone lost their shit including the black guy. Something's afoot in the state of Denmark.
What did it look like? Did it look more like a human or more like an animal? I talked it over with a few of my buddies and one of them pointed out it sounds similar to the Kokogi green text. Okay, so I talked it over more and we did a bit more research. We narrowed it down to a few creatures we think might be similar to what Op says they saw. Op, if you're reading this, do you live in America or Europe? If you're in America we think it's the hide behind. If you're in Europe, we think it might be the crowd from Estonian folklore.